motionless puppets crossed by the flow of time. We are choiceless rotters, consumed by the crawling of events. Irony of fate, I had just ceased to exist, and the most important choice of my life was one click away from me.
Mr. Evan Kiklos, identity implant KPN 4722. The owner of your identity debt, as well as your employer, SecureTech Inc., went bankrupt. Hence, I had to personally authorize the foreclosure of your identity. You are in a stalemate, Mr. Kiklos. Until the auctioning, your ID is going to be suspended. Mental bollards will prevent you from leaving the city. Identity of your interlocutors will be censored. Your access to the blockchain will stay disabled. Your service weapon has been disassociated from your ID. As the protocol imposes, you are required to reach the court within 4 p.m. on today's date. Beyond that term, I will be compelled to consider you as non-compliant. Have a nice day, Mr. Kiklos.
Trapped by my own mind, those mental bollards were feeling way too physical. That wasn't my best day so far, but it was still pretty early. There was plenty of time to make things worse.
He's coming.
It was time to run.
I'm unlocking the maintenance area. Cross the gate if you want to live. It looks crowded out here. Okay, listen. I know you have a lot of questions, but I need you to trust me. There's a small cover right in front of the door. Stay down and come out slowly. Okay, I can see you again. There is a blind spot under that big turbine. Try to reach it while I look for a way out. Well done. Look at the tank on the right. I'm opening an air vent next to it. Okay, now, reach the lower floor moving into the shaft. Find a safe spot and I'll be there with a car in minutes. Oh, it's possible something weird may happen with your implants. Just don't worry, okay?
Something weird may happen with your implants. It was already happening, affecting my whole life. I had never seen something like that. My implants were literally learning from my experiences.
I'm picking up your position. I'll try to move closer. Kiklos, right? Glad to see you're still alive. Listen, we are under a certain amount of time pressure, but I think I owe you some explanation. I'll have to be quick, so is there anything specific you'd like to know before we move forward? Your implants are not exactly compliant. Or better, there's an experimental firmware running your implants. It shouldn't have emerged now. implants are not exactly compliant. Or better, there's an experimental firmware running your implants. It shouldn't have emerged now. Well, not just you. The firmware was in the testing phase for most of your colleagues in the operational department. It just didn't have to happen now. I wasn't expecting the bankruptcy of Circutect. They're trying to sabotage me. That's what I'm trying to find out. But we need to cooperate for this. Whoever is trying to sabotage Circutect has eliminated all your colleagues. You may have noticed that somebody is trying to finish the job. Any more questions? In the Circutech laboratories, there's a weapon built to connect and extend the potential of your implants. If we get it back, it will be a lot easier to stay alive while we understand who's behind all of this. That's exactly what we are doing. I just have to find a safe spot for landing. Let me check. Something is not working here. I'm locked out from the Circutech surveillance system. Your firmware should be able to connect from the distance. Can you bypass the access to the cameras from here? Well done. That's my office. From there we will have a quick access to the laboratories. And it seems we are not alone. Check if the rooftop is safe. I need you to send me the coordinates of the car park.
My chance to get into the building. It wasn't guarded.
Received. We'll land there in a few seconds.
All the years at SecureTech, that was the first time I set foot in the administration building. That was a weird way to reach the high places.
Did you manage to reach the laboratory? The weapon is at the shooting range, Sector 2.
Alex Kiklos. That name popped up way too often not to be suspicious. Turns out, my life was interesting. To the wrong people, and for all the wrong reasons. I still feel it, that cold shiver under my skin.
I just got notified by the calibration program. Seems you're on the right path. I'll be waiting for you on the rooftop. Keep a low profile coming upstairs.
He's here! Lock down all the exits!
Suddenly, my implants were picking up a signal. Where was it coming from? The interference was very close. I just had to look around. I had no idea what it was, but apparently my implants did.
I still don't have full access to the surveillance system, but I managed to unlock the elevator to the rooftop. Be quick. I think I know who's responsible for all of this.
The terminal was disconnected, but there was still a chance I could restore the internal network. So, I ended up with a new weapon and a unique interpretation of low profile. Reaching the court alive finally felt like an option.
Okay, after your infiltration, I could restore my access to the surveillance system. I think I know who's trying to kill you. Exactly. Seems you can confirm my suspicions. I found several access attempts from his account. He must be in a real hurry to leave so many evident traces. Long story. Kiklos is one of the few rich people who could buy back his ID debt from the state. He is also the head of an investment fund, the Kiklos Foundation. I funded Circuitet thanks to his money, but I kept control over production and the secret experimental program you already know. The experimental program is the only reason that convinced Alex to invest. Despite it being legally compromising, modified implants can pull some serious money. But after the bankruptcy, the experimental program could come out. Getting rid of all the evidence of the program will cost him a lot less than being discovered. Kiklos is a free man in our system. I'm not that lucky, but my expertise could settle my debt. If only I can keep the experimentation going. You are all that's left of my work, and our lives depend on each other. I see your frustration, but it's not a matter of what we want. If we don't stop Kiklos, we will both lose everything. My information said he is now at the office in one of his nightclubs, the Lusuoso Club. He's not expecting visitors. We have to stop him there. That's exactly what we are doing.
It looked like someone was using the electricity grids to communicate outside of the blockchain. Sounds perfect for someone who's got something to hide.
He's in. Stop him in the kitchen.
He's here! He's here! Fire! Reaching my position. I got the shot.
Kiklos' office is accessible from the VIP area in the dance floor. I'm sending you the coordinates.
or I'll shoot!
He was behind me. But the worst thing was that I needed him alive. I had to get him talking.
Okay, please calm down. Whatever they pay you, I can give you more. What are you talking about? You already killed my SecureTech employees, and now the club staff. Really? Tell me what you want. I'm sure we can find a deal. Okay. Listen. I'm sorry for the implant experimentation and all, but there's something bigger going on here. You want names? I can give you names. Dahlia Cowrie. Look for her. Believe me, killing you would be absolutely counterproductive for me. Ah, shit. Okay, wait. I can explain. But this whole thing has gotten way out of hand. I led SecureTech to bankruptcy doing some stuff with our providers. I just wanted to buy the company back at the auctioning and keep Kari out of the game. You see now? It makes no sense to kill you or your colleagues. I need to find that out too. Those people are also all over me. Why do you think I'm barricaded in here? No! Shit! Look at the camera! Those are the guys! Those are the guys I was talking about!
Wasn't a better man than his killer, but wasn't the enemy I was looking for either. They were well organized this time, more than I expected.
This is the last unit, sir.
Very well. What's the state of the goods?
The implant is intact and ready for the evaluation. May I proceed with the extraction?
Not yet. I want to ask him a few questions. Will it take long before he wakes up?
Hello, good morning. Did you sleep well, Mr. Kiklos? That's kind of rude, Mr. Kiklos. I am the expert. I was appointed by the official receiver for the evaluation. But tell me, Mr. Kiklos, what's your relationship with Alex Kiklos? Well, this is disappointing. Is that all? I see. Proceed when you are ready. Well, Kiklos, it's been a while that we've been investigating Kiklos. We have reason to believe he was trying to defraud the court. You see, Kiklos has bankrupted several companies, which he then bought back at auction, thanks to his affiliates. He's a businessman. Well, no offense, but your identity debt doesn't seem to be that valuable. So why all this staging to snap up the goods of a small-time company like SecureTech? Exactly. Well spotted, Kiklos. We suspect that your implants are worth a lot more than the starting price currently set for the auction. Oh, you don't need to be worried, Kiklos. See, until the auctioning, your identity is suspended. Technically, it's not like we're killing anyone. Relax, Kiklos. I just told you. It's in the interest of taxpayers, like yourself, that the state does not suffer financial loss due to poor valuations of its goods. Well, we're done here, Kiklos.
I had just lost my ride. There had to be another way out. In there was no help Dahlia could give. But at that point, I was wondering if our controversial collaboration would take me anywhere. Crossing the threshold of Kiklos' office, I thought I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. But that light turned out to be a speeding train, ready to bulldoze what was left of my hopes. All my efforts went into fighting to get rid of who was hindering me from reaching the court, only to find that the law itself was enemy number one. Empty, dilapidated, and oddly quiet. That place was an absurd metaphor of my mood. For the first time that day, it was quiet enough for me to hear my own thoughts, and nothing good could come from it. That silence was not just quiet, it was pure desolation.
Finally, what the hell happened? I've been trying to contact you for hours. Was the implant damaged? Okay. Well, I'll need a few minutes to locate you anyway. Here's a cryptic contact link. Call me back as soon as you can. I have to know what happened.
I told her everything. As long as the implants were dependent on my survival, I could keep pretending I had a friend.